Hi everyone. I've been in touch with many of you over the years, but for those of you who do not know me, I'm Yuri Galimidi, and I've been mentoring and coaching project managers and other professionals since 2008. Prior to my executive coaching career, I've been in the consulting industry as vice president with Oracle, partner with Accenture, and senior vice president with PwC. I started publishing the series of videos a couple of months ago with the aim of helping you, the project manager or the IT professional, in removing any roadblocks that might be holding you back in your career and helping you move forward as fast and as far as your ambitions would take you. I publish these videos every single Tuesday, and if you appreciate the content of my videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also please email me at yuri@thewilltochange.com any thoughts or comments or questions that you might have. I promise that I will respond to each and every email that I receive from you. In today's video, I'd like to share with you 5 practical and research-based strategies that will help you develop your executive presence and your confidence. About 3 years ago, I attended a series of lectures that was presented by national experts in the fields on different topics of world affairs. On that particular evening in question, the speaker was to talk to us about the growing influence of China in this world. In a couple of minutes, I'll share with you his name and his photo. But until then, as the speaker came onto the stage, he stood on the side of the stage, the far side of the stage, waiting for the conference organizer to complete his introduction. But as he stood there on the side of the stage, I could not avoid keeping my eyes on him. He stood there with such a presence, such a confidence projected from his entire being. And when I looked around at the other audience member, I noticed that all of us were looking at the speaker and not at the conference organizer as he was delivering his introduction from the podium. At long last, the speaker started delivering his presentation. There was no question that he was an expert in his field. But what stuck with me to this day is not so much the content of his presentation, but the powerful and confident manner in which he delivered it. In fact, I do not remember much of the other speakers in the series of lectures, but the image of this man, Gary Roughhead, never left me to this day. You see, Gary Roughhead was an admiral in the US Navy. And you can see here in this photo how powerful an image he is projecting to all of us. So why is executive presence and confidence so important to your career? Here are the results of a study that was conducted by the founder of the Center for Talent Innovation, Sylvia Ann Hewlett. And you can see from the result of the study that the number one quality that executives are looking for when considering up-and-coming leaders in their organizations is gravitas. 67% of the executives surveyed thought that gravitas was the most important leadership quality, followed by communication at 28%. When diving a little deeper into the various aspects of gravitas, executives felt that confidence and poise and grace under fire were the most important qualities that they were looking for. And you can see the other qualities that were important to these executives that were surveyed on this slide. So what practical strategies can you use to develop your gravitas, your executive presence, and your confidence? In a moment, I will share with you 5 practical and research-based strategies that you can use, but they will help only if you practice them consistently for at least 3 to 6 months and hopefully for the rest of your working life. Strategy number 1, poise, eye contact, and attention. This is the easiest of the 5 strategies because it is really just between you and yourself. Every time you attend a meeting, whether it is a meeting with other team members, whether it is a one-on-one with your boss, or a status presentation you have to make to the steering committee of your project, make sure that you keep your poise erect and respectful and dignified. Make sure that you keep eye contact with each and every person in the room. And make sure that you pay constant attention to all the participants in the room and listen intently to what they are saying and what they are not saying. The way to habitualize this behavior is to develop what I call your real-time self-awareness, asking yourself every single moment in every single meeting, am I maintaining my posture? Am I projecting a confident image? Am I maintaining eye contact with all the participants in this meeting? Am I keeping my attention completely focused on the participants? And if you are able to develop this real-time self-awareness, and if you are able to ask yourself constantly these questions and modify your behavior accordingly, you will notice that after a few months of practice, your presence and your confidence will improve measurably. So let's move into strategy number 2. Visualize your personal power. The deep memory and emotional circuits of our brain have a surprising feature. They cannot distinguish between an actual real-life experience and an imagined experience. That is to say, when we feed these deep brain circuits with an imagined reality or an imagined experience, the brain will process this imagined experience by creating memories and emotional responses in the same way that they will process a real-life experience. Through the practice of visualization, we can feed these deep circuits of our brain with an imagined experience that will help these deep circuits develop and habitualize the behaviors that we seek to master. Just like golf professionals use visualization to master their birdies or their eagles, we can feed our brain with the imagined experiences we wish to habitualize. The way we practice visualization is actually very simple. Imagine a certain scenario in which you are, for example, to present a status report to the executive committee of your project. Imagine yourself standing there with full presence, with poise and confidence, delivering your status presentation to the executives sitting around the table. Imagine yourself maintaining eye contact with each person around the table, commanding the room, and delivering your presentations clearly and succinctly, sure of your facts and using your voice intonations for emphasis where necessary, and using your body language to convey the confidence that you feel inside of you. Imagine the scenario in the most vivid manner. All the details in the room, the pictures on the wall, the table, the kind of chairs around the table, what each and every participant is wearing during this meeting, and how they respond to your presentation, what kind of questions they ask you, perhaps which uncomfortable questions they might be asking you. All in very, very vivid details, just as if it were a movie scene. Practice this visualization 3 or 4 times a week for 10 minutes each time, and practice it while standing and projecting the same kind of image you wish to develop as you standing there in front of the executive committee of your project. And if you practice this for a minimum of 6 months, your colleagues will come to you and say, hey, I've noticed that something has changed in you. What have you done? Imagine how proud and satisfied you would feel hearing this feedback from your colleagues. In the links below this video, I include 2 recommended resources. The first one is a TED Talk presentation by Dr. Amy Cuddy of the Harvard Business School. This TED Talk was viewed by at least 20 million people, and I highly recommend it for you as well. The second reference is a book called Creative Visualizations by Shakti Gawain, who is a thought leader and an expert in the area of visualization. Again, I recommend this book to you as well. Strategy number 3, practice your graceful demeanor under pressure. One of the qualities that executives mostly appreciate with their up-and-coming candidates for leadership is their ability to maintain their cool and to maintain their graceful demeanor when they feel under pressure, when they feel they are under attack. So how do you develop your ability to maintain your graceful demeanor when you feel under pressure and you feel that you are under attack? So my recommendation is that you start practicing this demeanor at home when you are with friends or family members. And then as you become more and more comfortable with your newly acquired demeanor, you start practicing the same behavior at work as well. So your first step is to identify situations in which you feel that you are about to lose control, that you are about to lose your cool. For example, when you are around the dinner table with some friends and a discussion or even an argument erupts with some of those friends who might be holding values, beliefs, and opinions which are very different to those you hold very dear to you. So your first step in this situation is to develop what I call your real-time self-awareness, your ability to recognize when you are beginning to lose control, when your emotions are beginning to bubble inside of you, and you feel that you are about to lose your cool in this debate or the argument that has erupted around the table. And then, once you've mastered your ability to recognize when these emotions are beginning to bubble inside of you, and that you are about to respond to this debate or this argument around the table in a way that is not as cool and controlled as you wish it to be, just stop. Perhaps take a deep breath, perhaps say nothing for a few seconds or even a minute or so. Gather your thoughts, calm down your emotions, and then say something like, I realize that we all hold different values and different beliefs around this topic. My belief is such and such. So you're not trying to convince the other party to change their values or their beliefs. You merely stated your own, recognizing that they are holding dear values and beliefs which are very different to yours. Everyone around the table will appreciate the cool and well-controlled manner in which you deliver your message. Strategy number 4, get regular feedback. One of the most powerful strategies to bring about a real change in our qualities and our behavior is to seek regular feedback from somebody that we trust and somebody that we know has our well-being in mind. Ideally, this should be someone that will be present in the same meetings when we are present. Even more powerful of a strategy is if we find an accountability partner. This is somebody that we trust and respect, and they trust and respect us. And we are willing to support each other by providing regular feedback, regular constructive feedback that will help us develop the qualities and behaviors that we seek. And strategy number 5, Start your presence and confidence journal. This strategy is not for everyone. I recall that when I invited one of my clients to consider the strategy, he said to me, "You know, Yuri, I see the value in this strategy, but really it doesn't resonate with me. It's not something that I would do naturally." So I understand that this strategy of starting your confidence journal may not work for you. But if it does, I can assure you that it will become one of the biggest contributors on your journey to develop your presence and your confidence. The strategy itself is very simple and it will only take about 5 minutes of your day. First, go to your nearest stationery store and buy yourself a notebook. Or if you wish, use your laptop or your tablet. And every night before you retire to bed, take a few minutes to write down your experiences of the day, particularly your ability to project a strong presence and a confident demeanor wherever you are and whichever meeting you happen to attend. First, briefly describe the situation that you were in. Then describe how you responded to the challenges in the environment around, how you projected a powerful presence and a confident demeanor. Write down what worked for you during that particular situation and what didn't work for you during the situation. And then write what you promise and commit to yourself to do better or different the next time around. Neuroscientists tell us that if we document in a journal, in a confidence journal, for example, every night our experiences during that particular day, it helps our brain create even stronger neuronal connections during the REM part of our sleep every night, which is the part of our sleep that creates the strong memories and the strong automatic behavior that we wish to develop. In summary, if you are committed to building your presence and confidence, I recommend that you embrace the following 5 strategies. Number 1, work on your posture, eye contact, and full attention to everyone present in the room. Number 2, practice visualizations 3 or 4 times a week for 10 minutes each time. Number 3, develop your graceful demeanor under stressful situations. Number 4, engage your accountability partner to share constructive feedback from every possible situation. And number 5, start your presence and confidence journal. And if you practice these 5 strategies consistently for a period of about 3 to 6 months, I can assure you that you will notice measurable improvements in your ability to project a strong presence and a strong confidence in every meeting situation that you attend. If you'd like to discuss this topic further, I invite you to join our free career strategy group on LinkedIn. Please click on the link below this video to join our group. We meet by Zoom every second Wednesday, where we discuss challenges and strategies for meeting these challenges that will help us all progress in our careers and achieve the highest ambitions that we might care for. And last, if you appreciate the content of this video, please click on the subscribe button below, and please remember to also click on the little bell, which will send you a notification every time I release a new video. And with that, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.